19. Ryan was asking the one before and the one after. What's the lesson? Ours is Arvut, which is lesson number?
No,
ours is
Africa
not
is
Arvut.
Africa is here.
Sorry,
We
okay.
found a treasure. The principles of the future society.
Number?
What was that, Johnny?
No, Anthony, I'm asking which lesson number is Africa?
4. Lesson number 4.
Is lesson. So what Reinhard is asking and what Gerard asked, which is really pertinent, is what is lesson 3 and what is lesson 5?
Good question, but I'm not exactly sure.
I don't think we received that information.
Yeah, I don't think we received it. They just wanted us to go by topic. I know that it's lesson number 4, but I'm not sure exactly what the other groups are doing for the lessons.
I think we should. Where's it?
It's just so that we flow from subject to subject, from the previous and then the following subject. So all I think we need to establish, Anthony, is who's doing lesson 3, because Africa's doing lesson 4, and who's doing lesson 5.
But Johnny, do you hear me?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, you clearly, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi guys. The thing is, I don't think we have the information at the moment at hand. So I think we just let's work with what we've got, because they're pressing us to get some feedback on this. So let's see if we can finish off as much tonight as possible. If that's okay, friends, because
what they're going to do is...
Was a question asked by Kat, which just so that it flows in and flows out. It's not going to stop us doing the work.
Okay, I hear what you. It's a valid point what you're saying, Kat and you guys. It's a valid point.
Let me see what I can find here.
But it looks like they just sent the objectives to each group separately.
Yeah, they just sent tasks and topics to each group separately.
Yeah.
But I'm looking here to see if I got any other information.
Yeah, it's like our first search that we did was for Arvut. All right, we had the idea why we wanted to do that, but let's say the previous question was already a thing about Arvut physically, like the whole lesson is just about Arvut, and we have going to repeat the same articles. It's going to clash, and it's not going to be clear why exactly we chose these articles. But we need to find a way to direct it, maybe.
No, I think every group, because when they sent me this email, in the original email, they said this is what's been selected for your group. So I think every group is going to be choosing from different, like the list and the link that you guys got, I think is different from all the other groups. You know what I'm saying? So like the same, so you all don't choose the same articles that other groups chose. They broke it down different and they send it to everyone that way.
I don't know, Anthony, because this is like, what, 4 years? This is all the articles we did over all the conferences, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but it's just for us to have stuff to choose from. Like basically, with the topic here, we found a treasure. They just want you to, if we're going from number 1, write a sentence that describes to you what the lesson topic means for you. From there, choose 10 excerpts that are relevant to the topic of the lesson from the excerpts bank. It's Israeli style, baby. We just throw it all together. But no, I mean, look. Once the reason that they're pushing us to get this in is because they're gonna take everything that you guys have chosen, everything that you've selected, the 20 questions also for the workshop, and they're gonna sift through them because you know that we're not gonna be able to go through they're not gonna be able to do every 20 questions. So out of the 20 questions that you guys write and submit, they'll probably do like 5 or maybe 8 of them. You know.
So when is this due?
Well, they're talking about it already.
They asked us for it. Shelly just asked us for it when she seen us walking in the building a while ago. She held us up on the elevator and said that they got a request from the Congress committee for us to get it to them ASAP. Like they wanted it today, tomorrow. But I told them, last week that, look, y'all didn't give it to me until Tuesday night. I gave it to the guys on Wednesday. So, they actually wanted it by the 13th, which was this past Sunday. And I told them that was just virtually impossible. So we just need to try to...
Where are we up to at this stage? Where are we up to? We've got the 10 excerpts?
As of right now, we're on number 2. Do we have 10 excerpts? How many excerpts did we choose the other day?
About 20. We have about 20, so we need to choose... Maybe five. We choose 5 out of the what is the treasure, and then 5 for the method.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, let's choose those, and then let's move on to the next one, which will be I guess the next step will be the songs.
Now let's do the workshops and then the songs. The songs will be a bit easier. The workshop questions we can workshop now. Let's get them.
I think the songs, it's not really so... I don't want to say important, but you can choose a random set of songs, and that's it.
All right, so well, let's choose these 10, and then from there we'll go to the questions.
Okay, so where the 20 are they up in the chat?
They have them here. They just the guys can go through here together, and they can scrutinize and make the choice.
All right.
Okay, so let's just get our minds to this. Okay, we're going to look something for what is the treasure, and we said that the treasure is the awakening individual, and that realization that there's a method, and means, meaning there's a society, there's various circles around him that he can make use of, and there's of course the Kabbalists with the method that they give us from above downwards. So this is the means to discover the soul. The treasure is the richness that the Creator brings us through the integration of all possible states, both good and bad. So we actually should have this picture of the Igulim, all the kind of like circles that we have around us. All of those circles help us towards this final goal of unity with the Creator. Okay, so we're looking for 5 articles that will sort of give us this feeling of what we think the treasure is. I'm not sure how we can mark this. Maybe we can give a rating out of 10 for each article, and we choose the highest ones. Are we going to go for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Go for it, guys.
Just read through everything. Okay. Priya Aretz, the fruit of the land, chapter 33. So he says here, the entirety and livelihood of Israel spark in each other. From the explanation of Israel are responsible for each other, meaning that their lights and livelihoods are intermingled in each other. And due to this, we, the people of Israel, keep the commandment of love your neighbor as yourself. Anthony, can you guys just mute? Otherwise, I stop speaking.
Yep, I'll switch on.
It's difficult to think when you hear yourself. Thanks. All right, guys, so what do you think about this one? So it's speaking about the entirety of your livelihood of Israel. It's a spark in each other. That's the initial awakening that we were talking about, which is our first treasure. Israel, which is the second, meaning that there's a society that we can integrate with. Also, it's talking about the means, the method to an extent.
I think this one is definitely going to keep it, the fruit of the land, that is the abundance given. So that's exactly what we're searching for.
Okay, so I'm going to give it a 10. Why is this thing highlighting everything? I don't know. 10. Okay, Likutei Halachot. The essence of life and the correction of and existence of creation is when people of different opinions are incorporated through love and unity and peace. The essence of life and the correction and existence of creation is when people of different opinions are incorporated through love and unity and peace. I love this one, but I think it's too short. But I think maybe Rav can, well, there's a lot that you can do with this, but I really like this because it's talking about, people of different opinions. It's like, this is the problems that we have in society right now, people of different opinions.
I think I agree with you. I like it a lot. And then maybe after this one, there can be a workshop question related to this. So it's not too much of a piece to read, but there could be a nice question that comes from it.
So Rob can speak for hours about love, unity, and peace.
Okay, so I'm going to put a 10. There's no question. Okay, Rabash. Okay, so we have 2 there. Rabash, article number 2 concerning love of friends. We must remember that the society was established on the basis of love of others. So each member would receive from the group the love of others and hatred of himself. And seeing that his friend is training to annul himself and to love others would cause everyone to be integrated in their friend's intentions. Thus, if the society is made of 10 members, for example, each will have 10 forces practicing self-annulment and love of others. So again, it's talking about that circle that we discussed, which is the friends that you're discovering, and through the friends, you reach that treasure, right? So one treasure leading up to the next. But I'll give this maybe an 8.
And isn't this article one of those that has been in every single Congress?
Could be, yeah. So we can make it maybe a 7 if you want. 7, okay. Make it a 7. We'll see. Just go through everything. Rabash, Volume 1, Love of Friends, number 6. Hopefully I'm not reading too fast or anything. Just please tell me. If several individuals come together with a desire to abandon self-love, but without the sufficient force and appreciation for bestowal to become independent without help from the outside. Now, if these individuals annul before one another, since each of them has at least potential love of the Creator, though they cannot actually keep it, then by each joining the society and annulling themselves before it, they become one body, which is made up of 10 people. Hence, it has 10 times more power than a single person does. This power of 10. It's good.
This is a good one, but I think it's too detailed about the work. Because this is what we talk about in the morning lesson on a regular basis, and when you've got a lecture about, like when you say the topic here, we found a treasure. I don't know. I sort of like the other passages which are a little bit more general, that Rav can talk generally about the group, not sort of deep diving into specific areas of work in the group. I mean, that's my opinion. But what does everyone else think?
Give it a 7 and let's go on. Let's see what's coming.
Oh, it's even continuing. Sorry, I didn't see this. However, there is a condition when they gather, each of them should think that he has now come for the purpose of annulling self-love. Okay, maybe it's like what you said, too particular. Let's put a 7 here.
But on the other side, this actually gives almost literally the whole method of what our study is about. And you really want people the solution, the answer to, that's why are they there? Why are we here? It's to say that we need a 10, we need to annul. There's a process. I know it's difficult and it could be construed as difficult, but the final generation or the last generation calls for it.
But also, maybe this is something that we put in, like if there's a flow to the paragraphs that we'll be discussing, then maybe this will flow out of something else that would actually make sense.
I don't know exactly how they're going to arrange them, but they're going to have a team that'll go like the ones that you guys pick. They're going to go through and arrange them a certain way. And we also got to take into consideration the greatest Rav on the planet is going to be there to interpret and also give questions and answers and stuff like that. So, anyways, I like it. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm just saying. Just remember that Rav will be there to help anyone who doesn't understand as far as his explanations.
Look,
I had a similar thought to John about the methods. So maybe we can just put it as part of the other 5, but we can check it at the end.
Guys, I think we've got to have, like we did some diagram now the last 2 days in order to actually describe this article that we worked with. We should have a diagram in our mind about how we found a treasure. What it means is that a person is lost. They come searching. They find the group. They start working in the group. They find obstacles. It's like practically what a person has gone through in order to find this treasure. So as we got this diagrammatic explanation, and through that we should fit into each stages of that process a particular quote. Because if you have double quotes on particular parts of the process on finding the treasure, I think we're not creating the full. It's chaval in terms of creating the story. That's my thinking. Just speaking aloud here.
Yeah, you're right, Jonathan.
To have double quotes or even triple quotes on a particular topic, it doesn't do justice to the story.
We need to.
That's why we thought it's important to know what's the lesson before and after this one. But I don't think that information won't be available until the last 2 weeks before the Congress. The only thing about this article, it's very long, and Rav hate long excerpts during a Congress. Correct. He's always asking the students to shorten them. This is quite a long excerpt, but it's so prevalent. We're working with this article now for a few days, so we almost know it by heart. And we're telling a story, but the whole Congress is telling a story, not just us. Otherwise, we're going to touch on every aspect of our work, but that's also fine.
Yeah, it's true what you're saying, Gert. You're right. Okay, carry on.
We'll sort through it again. Like I said, maybe there's 2 articles that speak of the same thing, but we prefer one above the other. We need to consider that as well. Okay, so Rabash, make for yourself a Rav and buy for yourself a friend. Thus, those who agreed amongst them to unite in a group understood that there isn't such a great distance between them, in the sense that they recognize the necessity to work in love of friends. Therefore, each of them will be able to make concessions in favor of the others, and they can unite around that. Again, this might be regarding a method, right? The method is to make its concessions, maybe. The rating?
It sounds the same as the first two. There's the same trend. So we're repeating ourselves.
Yeah. Okay, let's not give him anything. We leave him blank. Okay, Zohar. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers to sit together. These are the friends as they sit together. This is basically, what was that? Oh, sorry. How good and how pleasant it is for brothers to sit together. This is the Nematov. I think even would we start with something like this as the first article, maybe, or maybe in the middle, just to clarify. I think this is definitely one that we're going to insert there. It's from the Zohar and the Nematov.
Yeah, this is a good one. This is the work, a day-to-day work. Because we feel separated from each other. There's a lot of hate. This is what we need to get to. But then how do we achieve love? So this is a critical one, I think. It's preparation before the lesson. It's coming to the 10 and starting to work with the 10. It's about lowering ourselves to it. How we feel before, after. I personally think this is a good one. I don't know what everyone else thinks.
Yeah, keep the 10, definitely. We can open with this one. All the others is going to join to this one.
Abdul, Thuso, Fifi, we want to hear from you guys. Where you at? This is your Congress, my friends. You guys join us.
this is our Congress, and I've been listening and reading what our friend Reynard has done. It is, I think, it's perfect, and we have to compromise and come together and do everything possible in order to make it in a such a way that the world clay will appreciate what we are doing and or what we've done for the Congress lessons. So what I would suggest is that if Reynard could send the lesson to the group so we can also go through them. Maybe this morning after the morning lesson we can talk about it again, or one of our meetings we can also talk about, because I think Godfred and Yahweh is not here. So what I can say is that Reynard can send it to us, so we also go through it, and if we could add or maintain it, then we all agree on it. So thank you very much, you Reynard, for your good work, and we appreciate Lahaim.
Lahaim. Yeah, Fifi, I think Jonathan and them, or the Petah Tikva team wanted probably tonight. So that's why we're pushing for it now. Otherwise, it would have been nice to sit a couple of days on it and really scrutinize it in depth.
Yeah, we got to turn this bad boy in. We was actually supposed to do it Sunday, and I told him that it was be impossible to do it by Sunday. But I told him that we was going to use Sunday's meeting and today to clarify it. So, Fee, if anything, look, you hold the friends in your heart, and you know that you can help make decisions for them here. So anything that you see, just jump in. Abdul was here with us this past Sunday and helped us come up with the things that we're scrutinizing right now. And Thuso, I want to hear from you too, baby. All right, Reinhard, sorry, keep going.
Okay, just Abdul said he's got a fever, he's recovering, so he's sick in bed. So let's just think of Abdul. He's listening. And Pascal said it's raining, so his internet is down, and he's sending smiley emoji faces with big tears in them. So I really feel for him. So let's think of our friends that want to be here but cannot make it.
Lahaim, brother, Lahaim.
Right, so next one. Rabash, make for yourself a friend and buy for yourself a Rav. Thus, those who agreed amongst them to unite into... Did I do this already? Yeah, sorry. Where are we? Yeah, this one. What to look for in the assembly of friends. Why should I subjugate myself before a friend? Because I want to reach the Bakut, adhesion with the Creator, called equivalence of form, meaning not think of one's own benefit, since he must annul himself. Okay. Sorry, guys, I see I've hosted. Anthony, do you want host privileges?
Yes, please.
For which channel, for who do I give this to? Studio Petah Tikva? Or moderator?
Hold on 1 second. Who we logged in as?
I think Studio Petah Tikva.
Yeah, you guys are talking on Studio Petah Tikva, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know how your microphone is arranged. Maybe it's on different.
Yeah, but our microphone is going to be on BB Moderator. So give it to BB Moderator.
All right. Make host. You want to change the host? Yes. Okay, there you go.
Perfect.
So he says, yeah, why should I subjugate myself before a friend? Because I want to reach the Vakut, adhesion with the Creator, called equivalence of form, meaning to not think of one's own benefit, since he must annul himself in the whole of his life that he wishes to live will be only with the consideration of his ability to work for others' benefit, from the love of others through the love of the Creator. But this is also kind of like the method, isn't it? But the treasure is, of course, the Vakut for the creators. Sorry, Gert.
I just said I agree with you. It still sounds the same. There's nothing new in it. I think the others that we have choose given tense to is speaking around about the same as this.
I agree.
We have 4 now.
Okay, I'm going to leave it blank.
Yeah, how many did we choose already? 4 or 3?
Let me see quickly. 1, maybe 2, 3, 4. So it would be 4 then.
So there's only 6 to go, and there's a lot of articles left.
I don't know where. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's skip that one. I'm not going to even give it a rating. Rabash Volume 2. You have to keep awakening the love of the Creator, whether you feel a state of day or feel a state of night. The darkness of night also comes from the Creator to man's favor. It follows that you must evoke the heart of the friends until the flame rises by itself. I think we need to find the rest of this maybe. But this is good because we were talking about day and night, and this is exactly what we want to. But this is also part of the method.
Yeah, I like this one because as soon as you start reading it, I thought about that time Ralph explained it with the candle and the wick, and he talked about almost the whole lesson about that candle and wick and the oil. So yeah, I like this one.
Nice. Okay, and next one. Let's do this. Okay, Zohar to all, for all. Introduction to the book of Zohar. All the many contradictions to his uniqueness, which we taste in this world, separate us from the Creator. Yet, when exerting to keep Torah and mitzvot with love, with our soul and might, to bestow contentment upon our Maker, all those forces of separation do not affect us into subtracting any of the love of the Creator with all our souls and might. Rather, in that state, every contradiction we have overcome becomes a gate for attainment of his wisdom. This is so because there is a special quality in each contradiction, revealing a special degree in attaining him. Again, this talks about what you're going through internally, right? Did I say that correctly?
Absolutely perfect. You said it. You said it perfect. Internally.
Yeah, this is a very good quote, and it talks about the work in a lot of depth, because we're all going through these contradictions and how to deal with the contradictions. So it's something that could be really good to talk about at the Congress. I personally, if I can give my 50 cents worth, this is a really good one. It's detailed, it's difficult, but it's good.
Nice.
And it's new. It's not the same as the others. So yeah, 10.
Cool. Okay, Rabash, purpose of society. And this is why we gather here, to establish a society where each of us follows the spirit of bestowing upon the Creator. And to achieve bestowal upon the Creator, we must begin with bestowal upon man, which is called love of others. And love of others can only be revoking oneself. Thus, on the one hand, each person should feel lowly, and on the other hand, be proud that the Creator has given us the chance to be in a society where each of us has but a single goal, for divinity to be amongst us. This is an old article again. I don't like the word lowly that is in there. I don't know if we saw it in previous articles. So I would skip this. Maybe not, because it's purpose of society. So.
Do we have another one on the purpose of society, Reinhard? Because the purpose of society needs. Sorry.
What is our lesson about the gift and the future society? So I don't think we can remove the future society. The purpose of society is to reach a future society, maybe. But yeah, everybody knows that article, but maybe not to the same extent.
Godfrey, what do you think? Godfrey, you on mute?
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, loud and clear.
Good. Now, once we are looking at the treasures, set by the new society, it's building up a new society, and that's the underlying factor. And exactly this Rabash article to underline that importance of building up a society. So this highlights what we are doing. So I think that it complements it. So I think we should consider it to be part of it because it's implements or it complements what we are doing. Exactly. It's underlying the treasures we are looking for, the new treasures we are looking at.
Hi.
Hi.
Maybe we need to consider it as the kind of like a last article. So I know people will shovel our articles, whatever, around, but it's just consideration for ourselves. Okay, let's go to the next. Bala Salam letter 13. You should know that there are many sparks of holiness in each friend. When you assemble all the sparks into one place with love and friendship, you will certainly have a very high level from the light of life. Do you have something similar above that we each chose?
I don't think it's one of the previous ones spoke about the many sparks, the point in the heart that each one holds a piece of the soul, and all of that come together. If we can bring all of that together in a society, it's the light of life. That is what gives that society purpose. That gives life to that society. So, and I think we lean a little bit heavy on Rabas only. So maybe we throw in something from Bala Salam as well.
Yeah, I agree. Anybody else?
I agree with you guys.
Cool stuff. All right, so how many do we have left? We have 3 pages left, 4 pages left. Oh my goodness. Let's well, okay, now we're gonna go through everything. Let's skip it. There we go. Ma'or v'shemesh, secrets of Rosh Hashanah. The essence of repentance is to unite with each and every one with love and with one heart, to serve the Creator, to adhere and connect with each other and be locked in each other's heart. And this is the meaning of the word one, to be one bundle, to serve the Creator with a whole heart. So I like the idea of this oneness, one bundle, but there's something I don't like. Oh, the word repentance I don't like. So I'm 50-50 with this one.
I do also like it because of the whole oneness, because that's what the society is. It's about the oneness of it all. So I like it.
I lost concentration, so I don't have no opinion.
Focus, Gert, focus. Come on, boykies, come on. All right. Okay, so the essence of repentance, to repent, is to unite with each and every one with love and with one heart, to serve the Creator, to adhere and connect with each other and be locked in each other's heart. And this is the meaning of the word one, to be one bundle, to serve the Creator with a whole heart. Okay, so maybe to give it a 9.
It's good.
It's good. 10.
It's good. Let's take it, yeah, because to bundle, and the aim is to serve the Creator. Good.
Okay, next one,
Speaking
Rabash.
about
And
that, one desire.
sorry, Gert,
Please
go for it.
continue. No, I just said that that one is definitely a thing. It's speaking about that one desire, building the heart. It's the desire, bringing all this into one as one bundle. Yeah, I really like that article.
Nice. Okay, next one, the Rabash, man as a whole. Love is bought by gifts he gives to his friend, in which he awakens his friend's love for him. The two loves weave into a garment of love that covers both of them. Hence, after one receives love from another, he forgets about self-love. At that time, each of them... Guys, just remember to mute if you're not speaking. Thank you. Love is bought by gifts he gives to his friend, in which he awakens his friend's love for him. The two loves weave into a garment of love that covers both of them. Hence, after one receives love from another, he forgets about self-love. At each time, each of them begins to receive pleasure only from caring for his friend and has no room to worry about himself. I like this one, especially if it follows the one with the bundle. For some reason, it seems to me to be it's one bundle, one thing that weaves them together. Okay, John, I don't know if you guys are speaking. I'm just hearing a mumbling.
No, you're right. This is a great one. I mean, I was just saying to Anthony, they're all very good. It's very hard to discount these passages. But yeah, this one's also beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, even like I said, if there's one word that doesn't, like for me, this repentance just put me off completely. So I mean, we can be a bit nitpicky about it, even if it seems silly, just because we have so many articles to go through.
I think the key, friends, is you're right. We need to find a diverse array of articles covering as many topics within this area as possible. Like the ones that concentrate on lowering ourselves to each other, let's choose one of them. One concentrating on work in the group, let's choose one. So each topic, we've just got one. The Rav can sort of gives a sort of a general overview, using each quote, the best quotes possible, to dig into the different parts of the work. Group, I don't know, low, you know what I'm saying, friends. But I mean, it's a good passage.
No, what you're saying is the best part of the work we do, but it requires time for somebody to sort them out into those groups. Then we can easily go to group 1, group 2, group 3, and select them accordingly, and it's finished. So since that has not been done, the other alternative is for us to go through the hard way.
Indeed.
It's
we up against the time
pages.
clock.
We had almost 100 pages, so we discarded Sunday about 90 pages. So yes, this is the shorter version.
No, I hear you, friends. You're right.
All right, so there's, I think at the bottom, there's one that is a bit more developed, Rabash Volume 2, letter number 8. I think it's at the bottom here. Somewhere, or maybe I missed it. Okay, maybe not. I think this is too long. I like the article, but let's say for now it's too long. Yep. I'm going to put a 50-50 there. We can come back to it if we need something. I mean, it's awesome. This is.
Let's take out the long ones, as you say. Because they're repetitive. A lot of these passages are repetitive, and if we can get ones that are more sharp, simple, and get to the point very quick, as best. Because as a friend said, Rav likes to talk about these short, sharp quotes.
Okay, agreed. Nobody objecting. Sorry, my English doesn't want to work. All right, this one already we have something similar. Sparks of Love, Big Flame. It's the one that we spoke about at the top there. I'm just going to move on. If you think we need to stop, just tell me. Next one. The most important thing necessary to attain the Creator's path is the adhesion of friends. As it says, one can buy the Torah is through the adhesion of friends. And the adhesion of friends is when assembling together and each is not before his friend. When he sees his friend's greatness and he becomes low in his own eyes, and his friend is greater than him, and he loves each and everyone, and his desire and yearning is to really integrate each and everyone because his great joy, because of his great joy and love. I'll skip this one. I think we have something already at the top there.
But just mark this one. It's the only one that talks about the yearning and the Torah this part. So the yearning is one of the most important parts of aspects of our study. So, and this is the only one I can remember with that word in it. So just keep it in mind.
Okay. Rabash letter 40, through the wearing out of the hearts, even the strongest ones, each will bring out warmth from the walls of his heart. And the warmth will ignite the sparks of love until the clothing of love will form. Then both of them will be covered under one blanket. We had this already. So I'm going to go to the next one. The essence of love and unity is an aspect of the will when each is content with his friend and there is no variance between them and all are incorporated into one desire. And thus they are incorporated in the upper will, which is the purpose of unity. I think we have similar stuff again. Let's go to the next.
Do we have something about one desire? This is something Rav's talked about recently. This
The
concept
thing about
of
the one was at the top here somewhere. Yeah, one bundle.
Okay.
It's the one bundle.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have similar.
Okay, great.
Unless we want to pop it out, maybe. I like the bundle. I like the reference of a bundle better.
Okay.
Okay, this one, Arvut, it is written, and there Israel camped before the mountain as one man in one heart. This is because each and every person from the nation detached himself from self-love and wanted only to benefit his friend. It turns out that all have come together and become one heart and one man. Only then were they qualified to receive the Torah. So it's speaking about the mountain and speaking about Torah. So
this is critical, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I personally think this is a very important one. I don't know what other friends think. Gottfried, what do you think? Other friends?
It's good. I think it's okay.
This next one, it speaks to it says entirety in the livelihood of Israel, sparking each other from the explanation of all of Israel responsible for each other, meaning that their lives and livelihoods are intermingled in each other. And due to this, we, the people of Israel, keep the commandment of love your neighbors yourself. I mean, this is the explanation sort of why you want to keep it. I think we have something similar at the top, but maybe this one would be better to use because the Israeli people already, I mean, you guys already know about being responsible for one another and what does that actually mean. So the fact that it has this little part is, I think, good.
Do we have the role of the nation of Israel? Do we have other quotes for that? I don't recall.
Think so.
Don't think so. We haven't seen that.
Okay, so that's I think that's important as well. I mean, this goes back to your other question: what do the other lessons talk about? But because the nation of Israel has to lead this role for all the nations of the world in order to take us to the last generation. That's very critical. Okay.
Okay, guys, I need to run for 15 minutes. Can somebody take over from me? Is that possible? Richard, dink jy kan 'n bietjie hier oorvat?
Okay.
Ek gaan vir jou die link stuur.
Okay.
Okay, Richard will, guys, I have to run quickly and I'll be back in 15. Sorry for that. Richard, we at page what? 5, page 5. You just see if you can open it up if you have permission. Okay, guys, I'll see you in 15 minutes.
Okay, so I think we were here, right? Okay. Have we done this one?
Just make it bigger. Expand it.
Better?
No,
No.
expand it a lot. Almost. One more.
Like that.
That's better.
You see? Okay, so Rabash, love of friends. Number 3, by being in a group where there is love of friends, I will be able to mount the trail that leads to the house of God, and this way is against our nature. To be able to achieve it, there is no other way but love of friends, by which everyone can help his friend. How do you guys feel about that one? I quite like it. It also actually, isn't it from, no, it's from Rabash, love of friends. So should we give it a 10?
Looks like a classic to me. Looks pretty good.
Gert, say again?
Mark it a 9. Mark it a 9. I think we already have love for friends.
Yes,
we have a whole discussion about love for friends.
Okay.
But I can't remember if we selected that article, or maybe that was the longer one where we said we will look for something shorter.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. So mark it at 10 somewhere there.
So
this is quite a repeat, this one, because it talks about the 10s and love of 10.
But it might be shorter and more punchy.
Okay.
So that's why. So let's just make it a 10 so they can just consider. All right. So number 4, Rabash Volume 1, the need for love of friends. There is a special power in the adhesion of friends, since views and thoughts pass from one to the other through the adhesion between them. Each is mingled with the power of the other, and by that each person in the group has the power of the entire group. For this reason, although each person is an individual, he contains the power of the entire group. So maybe repeat again in just in different words. I do like it's quite clear. This explanation is quite clear without being confusing.
Yeah, I think this is a critical. This is a good one because it talks about the power of the group.
Like 10.
Select but we only have 10 spots.
Okay. Okay, this one is very long. Should I read it? Should we scrap it? It's quite long, so let's go past it. All right, so Arvut
talks about
examine it first.
Say again, guys.
I said,
you can read it.
Yeah, go through it first and then we decide.
Okay. Somebody just needs to mute because somebody's mic is open. Okay, so Halachot, Hassan, Mishpat, Hilchot, if I said it correctly. So Torah and Mitzvot cannot be kept if not for the Arvut, as each becomes responsible for his friend. Because the essence of keeping the Torah, which is the matter of desire, is through unity. Hence, everyone needs to integrate in the whole of Israel in great unity. Hence, during the reception of the Torah, they immediately become responsible for each other because they want to receive the Torah. They must incorporate together as one in order to incorporate in the desire. And then certainly each become a guarantor for his friend because they are all important like one. And specifically by each being responsible for his friend, which is the aspect of unity, they can observe the Torah. And without this, the Torah could could have been kept, because the essence of love and unity is desire, as each satisfies his friend, and there is no disparity of desire between them. They are integrated in one desire by being integrated in the upper desire, which is the essence of unity. It's quite I think for me, it's quite a summary of what we've gone through. So I don't know how you guys feel.
I think it's too long.
I think it's too long. It's too long.
Fine.
It contains the facts, but it's too long.
I'll read for you. Oh, fuck. Sorry.
So Johnny's killing the dog here. Okay, so Johnny wants to read the Arvut part.
Yeah, we heard you, Johnny.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Joking.
The essence of the root of Arvut comes from the aspect of reception of Torah, where Israel were responsible for one another. This is because in the root of the souls of Israel, they are all considered as one, because they are extended from the source of unity. Hence, all of Israel are Aravim, responsible one for the other in the reception of the Torah.
Like it.
Okay, should we give it a 10?
It's about the Torah, receiving of the Torah, the future society, everybody responsible for one another. I just think that is quite a nice article.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, this is a good one because it talks about the roots of the souls of Israel, which is unique.
This one might be too long.
Number 8 is too long. Friends, who agrees?
Agreed.
Okay, keep it. Let's go.
Sorry, Godfrey, you were breaking up.
It's too long, so skip it. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. It's too long.
Okay, number 10, Bala Salam the Arvut, items 17 to 18. All of Israel are responsible for one another, both on the positive side and on the negative side. On the positive side, if they keep the Arvut until each cares and satisfies the needs of his friends, they can fully keep the Torah and mitzvah, meaning bring contentment to their maker, item 13. And on the negative side, if a part of the nation does not want to keep the Arvut, but rather chooses to wallow in self-love, they cause the rest of the nation to remain immersed in their filth and loneliness without ever finding a way of their filth. Therefore, the Tana, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yachi, described the Arvut as two people on a boat. When one of them began to drill a hole in the boat, his friend asked, "Why are you drilling?" He replied, "What business is it of yours? I am drilling under me, not under you." So he replied, "Fool, we will both drown together."
I think although we've heard this many times, it's quite nice to use this as an example for people that are new and maybe hearing this for the first time. So I like it. I don't know how you guys feel.
Phil, it's been used very regular. We want new stuff.
Do we have other excerpts that talk about Arvut?
I think we do have a lot more on our page also. So let's look at what's alternatives.
Yeah, maybe give it a 7.
Lokutai Halakat, Halachach 5. The essence of the root of Arvut comes from the aspect of reception of Torah, where Israel were responsible for one another. This is because in the root of the souls of Israel, they are all considered as one. As it is written in the verse, all the souls who came to the house of Jacob, they are called one soul because they are extended from the source of unity. Hence, all of Israel are Arevim, responsive one of the other in reception of the Torah. This has been repeated.
Correct, repeated.
3, letter from Eliyahu. Right, this is the fence of Arvut. As the sages said, all of Israel are responsible for each other, and this is because each one is a vessel for his friend. Since this is how the world was created, that each should assist his friend, and each person serves in a double role. On the one hand to bestow, he and his friends are the vessels for it. On the other hand, one is his friend's vessels. Each of one has a responsibility to bestow to his environment, whether in a deed or in a prayer or in spiritual hasidut, righteousness. I think this is a very good article, and it's new.
It's new.
Okay, should we give it a 10?
You give it a 10, but remember we've talked about these topics in other articles, so we're going to have to scrap some of the other ones. Correct, friends? Am I thinking right?
We only need 10. I think we're already past 15, so we're going to scrap almost a half of them. So let's complete quickly and see which one is tense and delete the others and make the list shorter. Otherwise, we're going to be until the morning lesson.
Okay, so I'm going to give it a 10 for now. Let's move on.
5. From Lukatei Halachot, collection of laws, the laws of Arvut, number 3. It is impossible to keep the Torah and Mitzvah except through Arvut, in which one becomes Arev, responsible for his friend. Because the main principle for keeping the Torah, which is the matter of the will, is the unity. Therefore, all who desire to take upon themselves the burden of Torah and Mitzvah must be joined together in the collective of Israel through a strong bond of unity. And certainly for this reason, at the time of receiving the Torah, they immediately become Arevim, responsible for one another, for as soon as they desired to receive the Torah, they had to be joined together, connected within each one as other as one, in order to be joined in one desire. And thus, each one was certainly responsible for his friend, because all were important as one. And precisely for the reason for each one was responsible for his friend, which is the meaning of unity, precisely by this, they were able to fulfill the Torah. And without this, it is impossible to keep the Torah, since the principle of love and unity is a matter of the will, where each is pleased with his friend, and there is no difference in their will or desire. And they are all included in one desire, through which they are able to be included in the upper will, and this is the whole purpose of unity.
It's very long.
You know, this one is kind of long, guys, but think about this one thing. Your topic and the relevance of it to the topic. The principles of the future society. Keyword being principle. When you start talking about these principles of that future society, what is it to you, and how do you reference it? But anyways, that's all I wanted to add. But just you guys choose whatever you want to do.
Because we can choose one or two of these articles, and it literally describes that as well, Anthony. I agree there with you. The principles of a future society is about coming out of self-love into love of others, and that is love thy neighbor as thyself, which is the main Matan Torah, which is the main law.
Correct.
Okay, and it's like,
the main thing is that, like,
standing on one foot.
Correct.
So let's keep that one there as a 6 as a 7, because we'll eliminate, and one will literally cover the whole mutual arvut state. Cool, let's move on. Balu Salam, the arvut, mutual guarantee. This is to speak of the arvut, when all of Israel become responsible for one another, because the Torah was not given to them before. Each and every one from Israel was asked if he agreed to take upon himself the mitzvah precept of loving others in the full measure, expressed in the words, love thy friend as thyself. This means that each and every one in Israel would take it upon himself to care and work for each member of the nation, and to satisfy all their every needs, no less than the measure imprinted in him to care for his own needs. And once the whole nation unanimously agreed and said, we shall do and we shall hear, each member of Israel becomes responsible that nothing shall be missing from any other member of the nation. Only then they become worthy of receiving the Torah and not before. With the collective responsibility, each member of the nation was liberated from worrying about the needs of his own body and could keep the mitzvah. Love thy friend as thyself in the fullest measure and give all that he had in any needy person, since he no longer cared for the existence of his own body, as he knew for certain that he was surrounded by 600,000 loyal lovers who were standing ready to provide for him. This one we've heard regularly, and it's the main law. Godfrey?
Yeah, we have been hearing this one. It's good, but it's been repeated several times, in the other articles, and it's pretty long. So I think that we should make it 8, and when we lack, then we can come for it. Or 7.
Okay, 7. 29.
Can't we just delete everything above with this collective responsibility? Each member of the nation was liberated. It's still that same excerpt. It's best to just lose the top part. Or do we have to use the whole thing?
Yep, just the way they gave it to us is how we got to use it.
Okay, keep it as 7. Number 29. And one who commits one sin, which means that he cannot overcome and conquer his filthy self-love and hence steals or does something of the sort, sentence himself and the whole world to a scale of sin. This is because with the disclosure of the filth of self-love, the lowly nature of creation is reinforced. Thus, he subtracts a certain amount from the sentencing to the final scale of merit. This is similar to a person removing from the scale that single sesame seed his friend had put there. Thus, to that extent, he slightly elevates the scale of sin. It turns out that he regresses the world. I think that's a beautiful, powerful. Say 9.
Well, it needs to be a 10.
Short, powerful, and it sounds a little different than the others. People will start listening if they heard about the poppy seeds and stuff, and they won't fall asleep.
Sesame seed.
Poppy seed. Linseed.
Sesame seed, guys. Sesame. All right.
And the new one at the moment is chia seed. 53. It is upon the Israeli nation to qualify itself and all the people of the world through Torah and mitzvah to develop until they take upon themselves that sublime work of the love of others, which is the ladder to the purpose of creation, which is devkut with him. Beautiful conclusion. I still agree there, because that's what we said as a conclusion, maybe talking about the end goal.
Very
the end
nice.
goal is connecting to the Creator.
It's good.
Is that the 4 or 5 pages?
Can you delete every 10?
That isn't a 10.
We can say it. Yeah, if you can just leave the summary, the top part, and all the articles that we didn't select, if you can delete it, it will shorten it up so that we can only focus on those that we have chosen. We can always save it in a different name so that we don't mess it up.
Like what I'm doing.
Yeah, do it like that. It's like a legal document.
Method 9. Okay, this is a 9. So just delete it.
All right, guys, look, we got to vacate the studio right now. I made Richard and Johnny host. I'm going to log in from my phone in the car, okay? So you guys keep on going. You're doing excellent work. And we'll log in just a second from the car. Okie dokie?
On one condition, Anthony, you promise us the neshama.
I'll give you everything I got, brother. I promise.
So this one didn't have a number, but it says end article. Let me just delete it. 50-50. Around.
So let's start trying to build a story. Like, what will we like first and second? So, how many articles did we select here? So that you can start building on those, arranging them.
Okay.
Mm.